Hello everyone, and welcome back MMA News Channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Israt Hassan has returned to work following UFC Saudi Arabia's misfortune. He posted a video of him re-watching his battle with Nazar Imavov, hoping to sort out what turned out badly. I'm at the 7 of the octagon at the present time. Nervy excursion. Dominick Cruz is formally calling it a profession. The 39-year-old previous bantamweight champion hasn't contended since August of 2022 until he acknowledged what would have been his last battle against burglarized Vaught, which was planned to happen the 22nd of this February. Notwithstanding, a physical issue has constrained Cruz to pull out from UFC Seattle. Presently, he has authoritatively reported his retirement. A genuine post-should virtual entertainment to the fans around the world. I have emptied each ounce of myself into the game throughout the previous 25 years. I was truly confident about one last battle, yet sadly 2 shoulder disengagements in 8 months calls a finish to this person's profession. I gave all that I had and placed it into readiness in preparing for this battle, zeroing in on my cardio and my body for as long as a year. However, in some cases, the body simply doesn't collaborate. The aggravation isn't as terrible now that my shoulder is once again into the right spot, yet the subsequent disengagement was undeniably more muddled than the first. This game has been everything to me. It's assisted with forming who I'm. Much obliged to you, to the UFC, for building the stage and preparing for warriors, such as myself, thus numerous others. The UFC broke hindrances to set the stage not only for us as contenders, additionally for each MMA sports association that followed them across the extension, made all through governmental issues to permit our game to happen lawfully in the US and presently the world. I'm unbelievably thankful to each and every individual who booked tickets, lodgings, and trips to help me. Much thanks to you for being there through each second, every triumph, and each test. You've made this excursion remarkable. Much obliged to you for the love and backing. I will convey it with me generally. With adoration, Dominic. Alex Peretta is a genuine hotshot in Australia. As of late, he showed up in Sydney to corner Sean Strickland in his rematch against Dricus du Plessis. Presently, film has surfaced web-based, showing Peretta getting a legend's welcome as he left the lodging. Amar Ausman has shared guidance for Dricus du Plessis, alluding to how to beat Sean Strickland. This started the most recent episode of his Pond for Pond webcast. Ausman, who battled and beat Strickland at UFC 210 out of 2017, advised DDP to go for the body, as opposed to attempting to land clean shots on Strickland's jawline. Dricus' necessities to make somewhat of a change also, in light of the fact that when I battled Sean Strickland, and this was the kind of thing that the mentor extraordinary Henry Foote sort of we had the option to see and separate, is don't attempt to hit his head. Try not to swing for his head. Furthermore, that's what you saw. Assuming we run this class back, you will see the trades where Dricus is attempting to hit his head and you can't hit his head. Since when Sean is upstanding in his position and he reclines, you can't land a flush shot at his head as a result of that style. It's extremely challenging to smack him in the face. So what we did, we zeroed in on his body. You know, I went to his body. However, at that point, clearly you stir it up and you go for the takedowns too. Furthermore, that makes it much more straightforward to get to a person like Sean Strickland. Shara Slug has more to say on his new loss to Michael Toxin Page. Talking with Red Corner MMA, the middleweight explained on his earlier remarks, saying I've never felt this wiped out in the enclosure. My legs were gone, my arms felt powerless, and I have a ton of medical problems I would rather not uncover. It was an entire bundle of issues that impacted my presentation. My brain was there, however my body was off. I have this bacteriosis and parasitosis in my digestive tract, and I dislike my gut stream. I desire to fix this issue to some degree before the battle. However, it's still there. That is the reason I was unable to keep the appropriate face. I was feeling debilitated in the wake of tossing only a couple of punches, so I wanted a break. After each 2 or 3 punches, simply continuing on my feet briefly, I was even apprehensive that I could hurl in the battle. At the point when I returned to my corner after the primary round, I felt like I was going to hurl. All of that bow stood up there didn't allow me to work. It's still there. Indeed, even now, my legs were. Last weekend at UFC Saudi Arabia, Lucas Alexander ventured into the octagon to confront Bogdan Graduate. Graduate protected a completion in the second round with punches and elbows from Mount, yet there's a smidgen more going on in the background. In the same way as other contenders on the card, Alexander referenced encountering issues connected areas of strength with vapor in the evolving rooms. This smell had been a broadly examined theme that evening, with a few warriors taking note of that things didn't feel very right. Presently, Alexander's opened up on his involvement with a post on Instagram on Saturday. We showed up at the storage spaces around 2:30 p.m., and there was a truly impressive smell of paint exhaust with apparently no air course all through the room. The ones near me realize I endure with extreme sinus issues with regards to various scents and sensitivities to pollen. For 3 hours I felt bleary-eyed, had low energy, and felt like I could nod off any moment. When I should heat up, I could see I was really level. I did what I could no matter what. After the battle, I was taken to the clinic because of the windedness, and throughout the following a few hours couldn't stop a runny nose, wheezing, hacking. Also, wheezing. I have recordings from hours after the battle, where my voice is gone, my nose is full and shut, and I felt debilitated. After not resting the entire evening, I returned to the emergency clinic the following morning and got a breathing treatment with cortisol to open my lungs and sent home with an inhaler to utilize on various occasions a day. As bits of gossip about a potential rematch keep on circling, both Volkanovski and Tapori are in Sydney, Australia for UFC 312 this end of the week. Ilya's sibling, Alexander, is set to make his UFC debut on the undercard against quite possibly a Volkanovski's nearest colleague. Presently, the UFC shared film of Volk running into Taporia with the two appearance regard towards each other. UFC 312 has lost a battle only minutes before weigh-ins today, decreasing the authority battle card to a sum of 12 sessions this end of the week. The booked coordinate between Hyung-Sung Park and Naim Jorgul Timindembrel will presently not go down. John Onik reported the news during the authority weigh-ins for the occasion toward the beginning of today, referring to weight the board issues for Timindembrel. Timindembrel later took Taiji, uncovering more data. Composing during the cut, the specialist kept on halting the weight reduction. This battle was dropped because of the proposal to match the weight, yet the adversary said that the competitor wouldn't acknowledge it. Much thanks to you for standing by without complaining. Things are going on how they are. Furthermore, a lot more fights to come, so be encouraged. It's the ideal opportunity for the present top images. Third spot was posted by GNRLP 2007. Runner-up was posted by Morput 8790. What's more, the top pick was posted by Pretty Much Shopped. Gratitude for watching. Assuming you like the substance, crush that like button and remember to buy and to stay in the discussion.